I know the weaver can be challenging some days, and it is. I mean, these fish are really overpressure, especially on this section. It's a very popular section. I hope this video will help you catch more fish. Let me know if you like this video by hitting that like button and subscribe to the channel. You know, I'm an open book. I'm always here to help. So just leave a comment, write me, and I will help you out the best way I can. And hopefully you watch some more. Thank you. Bye. So I came up on this shelf right here, and I'm a little bit too heavy on my beads. So I'm gonna go back down to a 2.3 and a 2.8. And there's a nice little shelf right here where I got this riffle, but then there's a shelf that goes right underneath. And let's see if we can't work this little section. Just like that. Kind of nice little guy. Where did he go? When they're little like this, I don't really like to touch them, especially those cutthroats. We like to just let them go. He took the Jack Daniels on that 2.8. I was able to just give it a good tuck cast. Get this little brownie in here. Looks like he took the Jack Daniels. Nice little brown trout. It's kind of all snarled up. There we go. And there he goes. Left me with a nice little snag. So I'm going to show you yet another reason why I like to go with Euro. Right? If I had an indicator, there is no way I could fish any of this water right here. Right? It's way too fast up top. There's no way I'm going to get my flies way down where it needs to be. I mean, I could try a balance rig, but I'm just not going to get that presentation I really want to be. I'm going to try to fish right over here in this slack water, skipping all this fast stuff right here. And it should produce a fish. Let me kind of get myself in position where I want to be to make a good cast. And then right when I hook up onto the fish, I'm going to have to get my rod facing up river just because how fast everything is. Remember, I'm only having a 2.8 right here. So I've really got to get tight to this fly as fast as I can. Really didn't like that one. I might have to go heavier bead. I went back to a 3mm bead on this. I got an upwill wind. Get tight to that sider real quick. In there. I have 2 flies on, and sometimes that second fly will knock everything out of position, so I can't get that good presentation I want. So what I can do is I'm just going to go to the single fly now. I might not fish 2 flies for the rest of the whole session on this part. I might just stick right here, go heavier beads, and that's why right there got a little junk in my flies. But so they didn't want the size 14. I got a size 14 on here. So now I'm gonna go same heavy bead, but I'm gonna go to a size 16. I might throw a Tasmanian Devil on. I think this is a 3.5mm bead on. And we'll see what happens. And there we go. Just had to work him. Same thing. I'm in really fast water right now, and I only got a 2-weight, even though this is a smaller fish, right? Still got to play him correctly. He's getting a little bit down from me that I don't like. Whoop. Slam dunk. Nice little brownie. Switched to a heavier fly. I just had to keep working it, keep playing that. Oh dang. Thank you, buddy. So, kind of just moved up river. I'm gonna hide myself behind this branch. I got really slow water, so I switched over my beads to a 2.3 and a 2.0 millimeter. I don't need a lot of weight here, but I'm gonna just keep casting forward. See if we can't get anything small. It's hard for your... Normally I would be crouching in this position because I don't like standing over top of everything right now. Give her some good tuck cast in there. Just right here in the slack water, kind of moving up. But eventually, if you can see up more river where the white water is, that's going to be more of the prime river. If I'm just trying to catch fish and catch numbers, I'm just not going to skip any of this stuff. There might be some little guys in here. That are still fun to catch. See? Whoop, little guy. That's fine. Couldn't really give a good hook sec on that one just because trees behind me, but they're in here. Yep, just like that. Ooh, where are you going, big guy? Little guy on the Jack Daniels, looks like. If I don't have to touch him, I won't. Later, buddy. Whoop, I just missed one right there. This is another reason why you guys shouldn't wear bright clothing when you're fishing too, right? I'm so up close and personal with these fish right now that, you know, they could see everything I'm doing. It's like another guy on the Jack Daniels. Thank you, buddy. Barbless bead, so making everything easier. A little bit faster water, so I put a little bit heavier beads on. I'm gonna fish this little pocket until we kind of get to the good stuff. Because I'm actually gonna start standing right here where I'm fishing to get to the tricky water that I want to be. Oop. Give it a good tuck cast, get those flies down. I'm not getting the flies down where they need to be real. Ooh. I was able to tuck cast a little bit better on that one. This guy. Ooh, good jump, buddy. A little bit better of a fish. I want to keep him upriver. If he wants to go over there, that's fine. Not too much though, because I know all his little buddies right there, and I don't want him to scare his little buddies off. but coming down river from me. Oop. So now if he's getting way too far, really get that C on this. Remember, I got a 2-weight on here. Get that C and that bend over here. Let's see if we can't work him into a better position to where we can net him. Get him up. Oop, he's still not quite ready. Keeps wanting to go down. Get that C in him. Oop. Don't be. There we go. What did he take? Oop. Doing a little death roll on me. Don't do that, buddy. Good healthy brown. Looks like he took the thread Frenchie. But just another little good brown. Thank you, buddy. I don't know if you can see this rock right here. I was able to get a better tuck cast right down in there and get to him. So I had the thread Frenchie. I think it's a 2.8 and a 2.3 millimeter beads on it. Even though I'm fishing fast water, I really don't have to go crazy heavy. As long as you give that good tuck cast right down in there, get tight to that flies, you'll have somebody waiting for you. So I switched over to a 3 millimeter bead and I still got my 2.8 on. Now I'm going to really focus on getting deep down in this water. Once I do that, then I'm going to feel good enough and confident enough to go ahead and step up in here. Tuck cast it right down in. Really want to work this fast stuff right over here. Get on the edge of this seam right here. I'm going to take a few steps up, stay in the trees, stay camouflaged. Tuck cast right down in. Get right by that rock. A little bit too much. Okay, same thing. I'm gonna cast right here on this edge. It's not much of a swirling water, but it's bumpy enough that there might be one hiding underneath a rock. Okay. Getting this back eddy. And there we go. Get my rod tip up, even though he's just a little guy. So I'm gonna work my way down so I don't scare his little buddies. Another beautiful cutthroat. These Bonneville cutthroats, they are pretty, man. Look at the red fins on this guy. Oh, he's beautiful. He took the thread Frenchie. Look at this guy. Oh, beautiful. Have fun, bud. Get untangled here and let's go back and see if we can catch more of his buddies. Put myself right back in the same position. Work this rock, hit it down. Same thing, I want to tuck cast right in that white water. Get it down, get it down. Whoop. broke off right there. But you know, that's part of fly fishing. This is the untold part of fly fishing that nobody talks about, right? I just broke my leader. Sometimes this nylon, it will break on you. It's still super sensitive. It's still good stuff. I should have switched this stuff out because I fished this probably about 3 times on 3 separate days, and sometimes it's just better to switch this about every 2 times, right? So I'm gonna re-rig, put some more of this stuff on, and we'll get right back to it. All right, let's get right in there. I'm not gonna catch anything here, but you just never know. Wind is kind of picking up again. Junk on my fly. So now that I fished this, I've caught what I think is every fish in this hole. Now I'm going to kind of step up, and I'm going to start getting myself in position for this other water. I don't know if you can see, but now I'm going to start working this slacker right here. I'm using this rock to kind of break the current, and I'm going to put myself in position now where I can fish right up in here, right in that slack. Get my feet settled a little bit better, so if I do land something, I can fight them a little bit better. Might be a little bit too heavy. I keep feeling the ticking of the bottom, and I do not want to feel that. I want to be able to see the takes, not feel them. Oh, what do we got? A little whitey? Yep. Little white fish in the fast water. These white fish are a little spazzy sometimes. Thank you, buddy. There we go. See, I think I was just a little bit too heavy on that. I got him really bad in some not good water right now, so I'm gonna try to work him over, get my rod tipped over, and let's see if we can't work him in this softer stuff. There we go. He's in a little bit better position to kind of fight him in. And right in the net. Nice little, another little Bonneville cutthroat. Whoop. Let's see if we can't. Come on, buddy. Uh-oh. Looks like he took the Jack Daniels. Thank you, buddy. So I got about 10 minutes before this session ends, and then I'll move on to my session 2. I like to give myself little time limits every time I do these sections. Just like in competition scenarios, you only get so many time and so many sections of river. So I like to practice that way. When I'm out here fishing, I got about 10 more minutes. So I'm hoping I can get maybe 2 more in the net. There we go. Another one. Same thing. See if I can't get him up. I got 10 minutes, so I gotta hurry and land this guy. Another little cutthroat. Oh. Doing the death roll. He took the, looks like the Tasmanian devil. Nice little guy. Thank you, buddy. All right, got on untangled. Let's see if we can't get back to it. I'm hoping for one more. One more fish in 5 minutes. I think it's doable. Try right there. Oop. I think that was bottom. Oop. I think that is a snag. So that's probably gonna do us. I'm gonna go downriver and hopefully start another session and see what happens downriver. Can't tell, do I got something? No, it's a snag. All right, I'm gonna break this off, go downriver real quick, and do a quick, another little session. So I position myself downriver, and I'm gonna give myself all the way up until where I have to walk back up to the car. There's a lot of construction going off to the side, so I'm gonna stay close to the river, not to bother anybody, but I'm just gonna work these sides of these banks all the way up and see how many we can kind of get into. Give a good tuck cast starting this little seam and just keep working our way up. I'm going to a single fly right now, just a single 2.8 millimeter bead. Same thing, kind of got a tricky cast. Whoop. In a weird position where I really can't give myself a back cast. So I kind of gotta, oop, there's a good fish. Ooh, really good fish. Side pressure on him. And so what I'm making him do is I'm trying to get him to fight that current sideways. Whoop. A little bit too much pressure on that one. But what I messed up on is I started hammering him a little too fast on that one. This is why I like to practice here, because it gets me ready for those bigger rivers. Even though I messed up on that, I learned something from that, right? He untangled off that. He was a decent brownie. He was just hiding right there. See if we can't get another one. That's why I like using this 2-weight in these faster currents, because I really got to be good at what I do. On same thing. Ooh, good jump. Keep him upriver from me. There we go. Nice little brownie. Right in the net. Just a single Tasmanian devil. Oh. Top of the mouth. Thank you, buddy. Get back into it. Oop, missed him. I might switch over to just a single 3mm bead. That was just bottom. So I might switch to something that just sinks a little bit better. This Tasmanian Devil has a lot of dubbing and some hair or CDC on it, so it's not going to sink like a Perdigon will. So I'm going to switch over to that other fly real quick, excuse me, and I'll get right back to you. So I just switched, same millimeter bead, 2.8, but then I put a Perdigon on to get down a little bit better. There we go. Just to finish a lot of these extra fish off. Whoop, quick release. Sometimes they just give a better presentation. Give a good tuck cast right down in there. Not quite ready to take a step up yet. Work these sides. Take one step forward, because sometimes that will give me a better presentation. There's another one. Ooh. Same thing, get that side pressure. Get him right in the net. Ooh. Thank you, Brownie. Got a little junk on this fly. I'm gonna do 2 more casts, and if I don't get anything else on that, I'm gonna switch to a 3mm bead and then move up forward. There's a really good tuck cast. Whoop, I missed him. Just didn't set the good hook good enough on that one. Did everything good on it, gave good tuck cast on it, just didn't set the hook properly. Here we go, get a good cast. We're always talking about one more cast, right? So I'm gonna do that again here. See if he'll give me a second chance. I don't know if he will, because sometimes when you hook up onto him just like that, they won't let you do it again here on the Weaver. These fish are so picky. All right, I'm gonna switch over to a heavier bead and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got a 3mm bead on right now that I'm putting on. There we go. Now I'm gonna get a little bit deeper. I don't want to be ticking bottom. If I'm ticking bottom, then I know I'm way too heavier. Get right there. Wind's starting to pick up. Sometimes I could jig it around, get that outer seam. There's a rock right there that I haven't fished all the way down. Whoop, I didn't like that cast. Good tuck cast right there. Sometimes when you go heavy like this, the fish don't really see it, because you get like underneath the fish. You're not quite, oh, there we go. He feels like a little bit better fish. Once again, I got side pressure on him. I got a big sea in here. I really don't want him to get downriver, so I'm gonna try to get him up, and I'm gonna start walking downriver. He's not really doing much right now. He's doing what I want him to do. So I'm gonna try to keep him right here. I'm gonna, whoop. Ooh, good jump, bud. Turn him sideways. Ooh, good jump. You might be ready, and then right in the net. A little bit decent brown on this one. It's probably about 17 to 18 inches. Thank you, buddy. Yep. All right, we'll get you back in. You're ready. Thank you, buddy. Let's keep working this. I'm not quite yet ready to start moving up river, right? This is feeding me good. Now, if I was in a competition situation, I know I could sit here for a little bit longer. Getting good cast up there. I know I haven't got a lot of good cast in here just yet. I'm gonna check my fly on that one. Yeah. All right. I want at least probably 5 more good casts, good quality casts in this. If I don't get anything with, then I might start working up. Getting good tight, tuck cast it right down. Sometimes you can jig your fly a little bit and that will entice a case. I'm gonna take a step forward. One more step forward. Right in the white water. Let it sink, let it sink. Okay, now I want to get this outer seam. I haven't fished this outer seam that great just yet. I've gotten a few fish out of it, but I want to work it a little bit better. A little bit too far. Good cast right there. I'm right where I want to be now. All right, so the reason why I don't want to fish 2 flies in this situation, because if right here, I think you see a lot of this swirling water. I got 3 different currents, and if I had 2 flies on this situation, one of my flies might be in a different current and it's not going to give a good presentation to these fish. That's why in this situation, I had to go to a single fly just so I can get proper presentation. Sometimes we're so quick to fish those 2 flies because we think we have better chances, but it actually hurts us. If I have good uniform seams, then I can fish 2 flies. When we kind of get up here to this other water, then I could probably go with 2 more flies. But right here in these tighter stuff, I want to shy away from using that. I'm going to really work these rocks now. Sometimes they get enough of a cushion that they'll sit in here. Hit these banks really hard. Just like that. See, and he was right on the bank. A lot of us, we'll just go up there and walk in there. We won't even really fish that water. Here on the Weber, I mean, they're so tucked to the banks that you have to fish these banks and tight to them. He's a little fighter too. Oop. Too busy talking, not paying attention on landing this fish. And there we go. Oh, he's a little chunky. Nice chunky guy. He's a fatty, ain't he? Been eating good. Get you right back in that water. Thank you, buddy. But like I said, I don't know if you can see it, but he was just right underneath here. I was just fishing right under these branches and he was just sitting right there. Higher temperature water, midday, like they're gonna be there. A lot of times that's where you get a lot of your bigger fish too. It's just right here on these seams. Yet another reason why it's so important, like, to learn how to Euro. I think indicator has its time and a place, don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing on it. I think it's great for certain scenarios. But right here, I have a lot more contact. I get a better presentation in these tighter seams. Just like earlier in the video when I was doing that 30-foot cast and I had a bunch of fast water in between, that's why I think Euro will do a lot of better in that situation. I'm gonna work up now and just keep working these seams. Good tuck cast in there. Ooh, missed them. Just didn't get a good. I wasn't tight to my fly like I should have been. I even seen him come up and give me a little flash. He's not gonna give me a second chance. No. Even though I know there's a guy in there now. Clean off my fly. Let's see. Tuck it really deep down in there, see if he can give me a second chance. Yeah, he's not going to. Ooh, one just hit a dry right over there. All right. So now that I know that there's a fish over there, I'm actually, you can't see it, but I'm kind of getting down low right now and just taking small movements. Check my fly. Got junk on my fly. Okay, it's off. I really don't necessarily like having a 3mm bead in this situation, so I might switch back to the 2.8. Yeah, I'm hitting bottom. Yeah, I got a little guy. So I got a little guy right up there. He keeps hitting the top water. Let's put a bionic ant on real quick and see if we can't get this guy. Okay, so I switch over to a bionic ant. Let's see if we can't. We got a little bit of wind. Remember, this is just nylon. Right there. Oh, that was kind of a bad cast. Right there. Oh, and there we go. Got him on the bionic ant. That's another thing yet why I like this Euro. I don't even have a shooting line on. And here I can still able with this 2-weight to go in and get one on the dry fly, right? It's not the easiest cast, don't get me wrong, but it's still good enough to get you some fish, especially in a competition scenario when you're just out here just hurrying. Thank you, buddy. Hey, switched over to 2 flies. I got a 2.8 and a 2.3. Oh, I have a 2.0, excuse me. And looks like that was the ticket to get another little guy right here. Looks like he took the Tasmanian devil. Nice little guy. Looks like another decent Bonneville cutthroat right here. Little chunky guy. Yep, he took the Tasmanian. Thank you, buddy. Right back to the river he goes. Just barely turned the camera off. I was just working these rocks just right here, and he decided to take. See if we can't get him more upriver. Big C, drive him up. There we go. Looks like he took the top fly. Another nice little cutthroat. So he took the Spanish perdigon. Thank you, buddy. Ooh. He was just hanging. I don't know if you can see, but there's a few rocks right here. He was just hanging right there. So I'm gonna hurry and just try to fish these banks and kind of do it quickly, and then see what we get. Call it a good session. I'm gonna just fish these banks pretty hard. Whoop, good one right there. And try to keep him upriver from me. Kind of in a weird situation. Not a really good situation to fight this fish because I got branches over. Get my net. Whoop. See how he's kind of getting river from me? It's kind of a bad situation, so I'm going to really use my rod and get that sea going and see if we can't. Whoop, he might be done though. See if we can't force him up just a smidge, put a lot of pressure on him up, and there we go. This is why you don't want the fish getting below you. And there we go. Another nice brown trout. Probably about 16, 17. Nice big guy. Thank you, buddy. Just fishing these banks. Kind of worked my way right over here. We got one more last guy. Nice way to end the day. One more cutthroat on the Jack Daniels. Thank you, buddy. What a day. Well, thank you for watching my video. I hope this helps, and if you want to come out to the river with me, you can go to hatchetflyfishing.com and we can get you set up to come out here. I just wanted to show you how to fish, or how I fish a popular spot on the Weaver River. A lot of people come here, a lot of people fish it, and you can have a good day here too. Thank you once again. Like and subscribe. If there have any questions, let me know and I'll get right to you. Thank you.